Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Oh yeah, and he lives with his grandmother now. Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. Alright, let's see if we can find any more of those, like, charms. Oh, it's the same one. Okay, that was cute. That's part of my favorite, like, animation. Just, like, the slide down. Okay. She's probably not gonna be up here, but... And I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. Nowhere.
Luca was alone.
Aww.
The house was empty.
So Gran's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess. It's just like face plants
Luca
on
was
it.
sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?"
Oh, we've seen that before.
"Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid.
We've played this scenario.
Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass.
Oh.
"We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one."
The hell?
Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. "Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right."
What is happening?
Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal."
For some reason, the music behind this scenario makes me think of Stranger Things.
The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go." Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run." The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. "That's the thing about fishing, Luca." His chest began to crystallize. "You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out." A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
What the hell? Oh, that's our...
Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rollo? Oh yeah, Rollo has the other end of it.
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Oh! Luca! Rollo, is that you? Aww.
Dad Beard and Dragons just resubbed for 14 months. In memory, happy 14. D.
Hi, Dad Beard. Thank you for 14 months. I really appreciate it. How you doing? Is it better now? You can let me know. Luca there? Rolo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen. I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down
Lolo's
here?
voice was coming through more clearly now.
You just thought of a fun greeting? Howdy doody. I was gonna say howdy poo, but that howdy doody works a lot better. Oh my god.
But some words were still just static.
Listen to me. Someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was... Took me some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? You okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in something for now, at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Trust. Oh no. Keys. Hold on, someone's
The
coming.
signal went silent.
Rolo? Rolo, are you there?
Luca held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear you.
Lolo's voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Not much time. Mission control! You need to something the treehouse. The treehouse!
With that, the signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna! He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rolo, you're a genius. Yeah,
Luca
Rolo's
grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Rolo's not usually a genius. Oh my god. How's the game volume now, by the way? I did turn it down a little bit. Okay. Let's go! Okay, is that not the way? Okay, let's go!
Footsteps approaching.
It's good? Okay.
He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Oh, it's Grandma. And two people we don't know. So, we all understand our roles. You can count on me. Still think we need more time. It wasn't the original
Mr.
plan.
Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. We got another one! Hiram, you just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made the deal with Era's Valentine. Oh. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How's Lika holding up? It's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We had no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective? Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Uh-oh. Okay, I thought that she was gonna, like, see something. Is that like a play on words, or is that just like... I don't know, like, is that just a name? Or is there something special about it? Gran, why are you meeting Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hey, look! Ah! No, you scared me. Oh, it's a bat. That's a very cute little bat. How long you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your gran enter the diner together. When my shift was at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool any investigative reporter. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. Also called oleander, which is a... yeah, it's a flower. Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. I mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. That's what you want to name your son? Aw, that would be so cute. You could call them Ollie. Oh yeah, and then your wife's business is named after your daughter. Yeah! That's really cute. Look up, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Are you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. And she just, like, goes back into the... Oh my god. You already have concept for your logo design in your head, you just have to get it made now? Ooh! That's fun. Oh. I did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Does anyone see you? I don't believe so. They don't see me? Behind them? You were right. It was simple enough just to rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, odd is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
Yeah, I know. And complete the course. Can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. What sign? The signs here look totally fine. I'd better hurry up to the treehouse. Oh, right, the treehouse is up this way. Yeah, this is the place that we were where... So apparently this is Luca's dad's chair. Oh, I don't want to do this again. Okay, we hooked it up. Rolo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rolo. Mr. Kerr said you were alright. What happened out there? Dang it, Rolo, where are you? The hell? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here. You'd better come out right now. Look at his face when he says it.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could she hurt something that's already
Fear
dead?
gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore. Yeah, like, I'm going with mutant.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
Well, didn't one of the kids fall in the green goo? I'm a monster! And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Oh yeah, it is Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me! This is all your fault.
Luca slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I mean, it is and it's not. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. But from who? Who's after you? Oh no. Rolo? It's not safe, Luca. Rolo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rolo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards! What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Oh my god. Crap, they found me! Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Oh my god! That's terrifying. Why are they clones of the guy with the clipboard that asked us questions? That wrote down everything we said. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Give it time for an informal chat. We'll be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Oh no. That's like Timmy and Tommy, from Animal Crossing. How they just, like, say everything together. Like Mr. Smith from The Matrix. I haven't seen The Matrix in so long. We have a problem. Okay, so we make a bomb. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They're saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC.
What?
The Mission Control Defense Cannon.
Oh.
From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Okay, you said we make a bomb. We have a cannon. Oh, I hate this guy. Iggy, there you are. You gave all of us a heck of a scare. He just like, he reminds me of the hyenas, because he is a hyena, from, Lion King. So everything that comes out of this character's mouth is just tainted already for me. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why are you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, it's a pretty honkin' big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. He told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That's a hurtful thing to say, Luca. Thought we were buddies. See? He's the shithead. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
I said we just blow them all to hell. What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends. No!
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Let's go to Boomtown! We're gonna fight!
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the Mission Control Defense Cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr!
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. That's fucking lame, bro. Hey! That was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. I really did think we were good pals. What a shame it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
It's a little ineffective when it's just a toilet plunger with a string on the end of it. I understand it's for reeling it back in, but that does limit how far it can go. End this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end.
What?
That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Damn it. Oh. Okay, so we can go back to this one. So we busted out the Strange before, and that's how Iggy got pushed.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's
Oh
arms.
my god. What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Oh no.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
No! What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Shit, now Beck has it. Is it bad? Depends what your feelings are. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh god.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
This is gonna be different now. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a
Roxy
panic?
and Fitz looked drained.
Roxy is Rollo's older sister, by the way.
It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the
Roxy's
truth.
temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of
In a
time.
torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Aww. Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights in the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit. We hid in the dumpster, then had a very heavy bag dropped on us. I think it was a body. So we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. It's all my fault. Now my best friend may never come back. Ow. Was saying wow? After this little kid just poured his heart out to you about how scared he is not... Yeah, just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I wanna help. This is too dangerous for a kid. Okay, she's not an adult either. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe a story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. You're making gnocchi? Yum. Okay, we're gonna go to the treehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fellow like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rolo knows those woods too well to get lost. Suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? Y'all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank. He didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rolo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rolo, then he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first, we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet.
What?
The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end. Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Fuck. Okay, we'll try this.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3.
Oh wow, we went really far back with that one.
Everything's fine.
Everything is not fine, okay?
The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
We're now on chapter 4? Yes. But the way this game works is that you have a tree and you collect these charms on the side that let you have different outcomes at turning points. So you basically will get to the end of a chapter and then have to go back and like redo another section to try and get a different outcome and find new charms to be able to redo certain sections again to get like a not to not get a the end. I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So, that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rolo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. The other is for Mrs. Fratelli at the diner. Oh, those are the 2 people that she was, like, conspiring with. Oh, and Mr. Nungrade? He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There's some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Yeah, it's a really cool system. I like it a lot. Hello, it's Jennifer Hartford. Before I hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Look at us! We're so fucking cute! I know, everybody loves Granny's jam! Oh, this is Rolo, by the way. Okay, sorry about yesterday, Roxy can be so annoying. Well, good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what'd you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies. What else could it be? Could it possibly be? Rolo, I gotta deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Ooh, is it a whole thing? Sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. It's so fucking cute. Yeah, Rolo's obsessed with aliens. It's quite funny. Yeah, I thought it was cute too. Oh! Hey, Dawn. Hey, Luca, what's up?
Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
They got you on jam delivery? Yep. Hey, Dawn, have you noticed anything weird around town lately? Sort of weird things. Stuff going on in the old Valentine building? You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't say quite yet. Still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr at Perennial Harvest. The other is working for Eris Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon Pine's past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself in its town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations. I can imagine. Okay, we haven't actually been up here yet. So I gotta go explore. Okay, we can go in the diner. Oh! Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Mrs. Fratelli. Look at
She
you.
leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
Oh, God. I hated that. You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is. It's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute, running around in your little apron taking orders. Oh my god, he's only 12, but like... So there was like a 9-year-old or something? The whole situation just breaks my heart what happened with Eleanor. Oh, we got another one. we're calling Mrs. Fratelli Daddy? Okay. So does Luca remember everything, or is it like playing through a new story each time? I haven't picked up if like Luca remembers what happens, but we definitely, like, Luca doesn't know that like Mrs. Fratelli is somebody that was conspiring with Gran. We know that, but like I don't think Luca does, because that's technically happened in the future. I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere yearning to be with you again. A few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's
Mrs.
see here.
Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
They even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
Well, you tell your gran hello for me, Luca. Will do. Oh, I got stuck. If I could just be left alone and Mr. Van Horn. That's the mayor, by the way. Oh, sure. Sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr has asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. For our legacy. Sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. He's so cute. Can I go back there? No. Alright. Onwards! Where's Mr. Tolliver? I don't remember. Oh. Ah, there he is.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
So nice. Hello?
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. Ah, no bother, no bother.
He leaned forward and lowered his voice.
Do you have something for me? Yeah, Graham has some jam I'm supposed to give you.
He leaned in a bit further.
What the fuck? Jam? Yeah, these ones on top. She wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes. The jam! Okay, it's not jam in there. Whatever it is, it's not jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me.
He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. I shall put this on my store shelves post-haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of course.
He leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. Granny's making drugs. I don't know what she's making, but she's making something. This way? Yep. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nungreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Jam. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
Suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Alright. Usually Juniper drops these off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that case...
Nuncreed snatched the basket from Luca.
It's my looking basket. I'll hold on to the basket until next time you see your gran. Oh, it's back. Hey, you. Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12. Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try and keep up, okay? What just happened? Well... Oh, that's so weird. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's
Beck
name?
locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nelly, and this is Iona? That's what I want to say. I don't know if that's right. That's what I'm calling her now. Oh, you're Beck's parents! Oh my god! They're a lesbian couple with the... Oh my god, I love them!
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. Ilona? I don't know. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh, darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nelly really means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence! I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get into too much trouble now. Oh, you just Googled it? Okay. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great, see you there. And I called this. I don't know. It's a very cute game, and I love it a lot. And I don't know what's going on half the time. But I love it. Alright, so... Just meet Beck at the big creepy gate. Okay. Who are you? Oh, this is Jeff! I was so good about it. Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. Festival's coming up. Festival. Old Man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting this one on. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine Company and the new Perennial Harvest outfit
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, what was it, like a lumber yard or something like that? Carpentry? He used to own this, and now he just leaves stuff, like junk, at the bottom of their, treehouse for them to build. Yeah, we've never met Jeff. We just heard about him. So, who lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there. And Solomon moved back a few years. Creepy little kid in the vest. That's like the one. Yeah, he's a weirdo. So just 3 people live in that huge thing? I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in that place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you use all the same ominous tone. Eventually, you're gonna have to explain to me how all the harvest is, how that harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Oh yeah, we went to this place before. Most kids would have just ditched me at this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great. Whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing. Oh no.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills.
Moodwills. That's interesting.
Ilona Moodwill was worried about change.
Ilona.
A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Your child's not a plant lady. Over on the other side of the river. Her grandma? Where are your parents at? Heck, manners. Alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Yeah. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger.
He got forced to have pineapple on his pizza because he said it.
Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it's good. Very good. Normally, we'd have put more effort into
Ilona
dinner.
nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping to the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck. I'm sorry, Luca. This move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
Oh, it's fine. So Beck said you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Like the one topic she said is like, no. Ow. I mean, what brought you Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her newest lead researcher of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. That's not good. She could be the person in the body bag. Or the replacement for the person that was in the body bag. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the
Luca
ground.
glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't!
Beck slammed her fist into the table. Perhaps harder than she intended.
Oh no, did she hurt herself? Hey, Luca. How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo soon.
Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain on the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here.
Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rolo could be prickly around new people. But Beck seemed cool. Rolo would warm up to her eventually. Probably.
Oh. Yeah, let's go with Rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before this storm kicks off?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Oh, he not going anywhere. Oh, they made that little bunk bed. Luca, Nelly will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you hold tight. I can't speak today, I'm sorry. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff's still in boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Ah, yes. The poking commence.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
Enjoy your lurk. It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Oh, wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this in the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down in the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She's pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you'll get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all forum reports and static. Ah, shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker at the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? Most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. And they're really trying to feel good about themselves. They do both. So you moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always better jobs somewhere else. These flowers would last longer if you put them in water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Damn. Dang, did that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
You ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Oh, that's called depression. Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? I didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. So how do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. You try and hold it in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright, that things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Oh. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy with my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Oh no.
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow. I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you in Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca? Don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
You made a thing?
Chapter 5.
Oh!
Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rolo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rolo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
Okay. Oh, hey! He's our little bat friend. It's in Creativity Corner? Okay. Hey, Don. Tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out, when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids inheritance, there were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo! So Eris was forced to take care of him. Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it Little Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way Eris treats him. Yep, it does. Or Solomon. How'd you find this all out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Okay, that is very interesting. Oh, what are these mushrooms? Okay, never mind. Better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Oh, but I wanted to, like, look at stuff. Wait. Can I look at the phone booth? No. Okay. Why is this? No, that's totally fine. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involves deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good, that is decided. Yes, sir, we'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Well... I thought that might be something more. Rolo, you still up there? I didn't realize that it was a car door that you could, like, literally roll down the window. Sorry, Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I was just a little late.
Rolo scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, that storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's
Luca
house.
stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? The heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made new friends. New friends? Spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rolo. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was going to be a surprise, but you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, 'cause that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your Gran doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this. If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rollo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa is right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around. Oh my god.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rollo. Dang it. Yeah, you don't say that about people's dead parents. That's pretty fucked up. What am I doing here? Oh.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Well. Rollo, what a jerk. Call me a bad friend? Ooh, I'm Rollo. Look at me and my amazing family. Okay, this is pretty fun. Okay. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Oh. Luca?
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've gotta run out and take care of some things. Yay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Poor guy. I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
Luca dozed off again.
Oh. Luca? I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What'd he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plans just sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. It's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Do I have to, like, kick that down? Yep.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
Everyone knows the right decision is to hide away from your problems and emotions till they go away themselves. Yeah, that always works. The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Modwell? She said you met yesterday? What'd she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source. Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him.
What?
Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar. As if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Lucas staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom? No, dear. It's only Gran. Sometimes you want to wallow in the feels and it still feels good.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rolo fought about doesn't matter. Buddy.
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And do you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Oh. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? Guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Frollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I would tend to agree. I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. Alright. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is the farthest we've gotten so far.
Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rolo. A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rolo.
Okay. Oh, okay. There you are. Luca, Rolo wanted me to tell you something. What is it?
Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
Space adventure, though you didn't need buy it. If ye brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find him.
Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. Wow. I'm assuming he's at the treehouse. No? Is it not the
Luca looked up at the satellite dish. Rolo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree.
God. Oh, pull.
While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, it did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over.
Okay. Oh, we're going to the library. That's where we're going. Yep. The library. Somewhere quiet. Hey, Luca.
Kato's eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. Oh my god, we're going on like a treasure hunt? First? Oh, you didn't think this was all, did you? Merlot does go all out, doesn't he?
Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
On planet Farpole, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Kato stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. If you decide you want to hit, the offer still stands. Comic books, 5th edition.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Yeah, that one. Ah, you
Kato
found it!
removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5. Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rolo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for his purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rolo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a grift.
He continued flipping.
Only found in Grub. Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in Grub Cart. Griffin. Griffin's Grub Cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Brilliant. Guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Alright, 2 corn dogs. Is he basically just asking... What does this guy want? Is he basically just getting Luca to buy him a corn dog? The most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. Okay. I was just curious. Oh, hey, it's
Jeff was
Jeff.
staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey, Jeff. Everything all right? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually.
Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't you?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Ain't moving. Okay. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much... I don't even know what that word is. It's not just the beetles. This morning, I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion at the festival just spooked him. Yeah, maybe it's that. Can I... No. Okay, so the snack stand must be farther into town. Oh. That's not right. It's not a big map, and yet I still managed to get lost. This way. Oh, this is the newsstand. Oh. Every single time. Oh my god. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. Okay then. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. This town's still falling apart, and the weather's just still cruddy. And this season's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is gonna change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Bits. I'm still gonna be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade is all. Oh, okay then. So, where's the snack stand? Unless it is the thing that's down here. Oh, this is Griffin. Hey, Griffin. Did Rolo come?
Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or something.
Luca shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
It's cold. Oh yeah, it's been sitting here for a while. Rolo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's just...
Luca tongued at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh, come on.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
Oh my god. A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain, up the step.
Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog.
It's getting to be a whole thing. Near the fountain, up the step. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. Rolo owes me one.
Lumi waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task, a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. Good luck, Luca. Aww. you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well then. I know it doesn't make up for what I said. But here, you've earned
Rollo
this.
sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
That's so cute! Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you've apologized twice before me. Just let me do this. Nuka, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened, with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Rollo. Still my turn! I feel like you needed some new friend to help you out. Oh, if you needed some new friend to help you out, it meant I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
They're so fucking cute. Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around, try to find some info about your mom? Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone is at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait one more day. You know, I have been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. It sounds perfect. I'm bringing my balloons with me. Oh my god. This is so fucking cute. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give this to
Rollo
you.
handed Luca an unopened letter.
I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter?
Luca, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You have already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward. But if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran.
I love you too, Gran.
Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder.
What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later. Sure, whatever you want. You know, you really didn't have to go all the trouble just to apologize. I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. And I ruined everything with my big mouth. This was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Rollo.
Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary.
The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? I can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year.
Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the treehouse.
Huh? What was that? Oh man, we missed the fireworks.
It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself.
Ooh.
A shockwave of cold tore through the room. A bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. 2 boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary, in a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends, alone, together, for the rest of time. The end. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We are just going to have to sort through them all until we find the one that fits.
Holy shit. Okay, so we can do fight or we can do flight now. We can do break here.